Hey guys, it's Wanda, and today we're going to talk about grits. It is a southern food that originated with the Native Americans. They ground corn. If you don't know what a grit is, it's ground corn, and they soaked it in water usually and boiled it until it made a porridge. So they taught the settlers how to do that, and basically it's like any other porridge, whether it's wheat or any other grain. You grind it up, put it in water, and soften it. Danny and I grew our own corn. We grew the Hickory King this year. We grew Danny corn last year, and we ground some of both. So you can see that the Hickory King is a white corn, and the Danny corn is more of a red and speckledy colored corn because it was a different type of corn. Hickory King is a white corn. Danny corn is a variety corn. It has quite a few different kernels, whether it's red, blue, yellow, whatever. So when it's ground, this is what it looks like. Both of them are grits. Now when you grind corn, different grinders have different ways they do it, but if you go to a grist mill, which is a huge stone that they use to grind it, they have different screens at the grist mill. As the stone starts turning, it passes through different screens, and each screen catches a different size kernel, and that way you have grits and cornmeal and corn flour if you want it. Now Danny and I have a machine that we bought, and we have a video, I'll try to link it, where we made corn flour. We made some grits because we have a bigger screen, and we went ahead and ground and we sifted out the grits. Then we made corn flour. Now most people are used to corn meal, which is similar to corn flour because it's just a really fine corn ground up. And corn flour or corn meal that you buy in town is what most people use to make cornbread. You can make cakes and different things out of the corn flour because we ground it so fine that even a cake would not necessarily taste gritty. But now the grits is what you want. Grits is a southern food. It usually is associated with the southern people. Now Georgia even went so far to make it their favorite food or #1 food. So it is southern. You can do it sweet or savory. You can add sugar or syrup once it's done and eat it like you would cream of wheat or anything else. It would just be cream of corn actually, and you would be making it that way. I like it with butter. I like my salt and pepper and butter in mine. I do like cheese grits, and sometimes I've been known to put bacon or sausage into it, but my favorite way to eat my grits is a fried egg, chopped up, throw my grits on top with my salt, pepper, and butter, and just take and eat it. Now grits can be two different things. They can be a hominy grit, which means you make hominy and then you dry it and you process it and grind it and make grits. We only just took the direct corn, the kernels of the corn, and made grits with ours. In town you can buy what is called quick grits, and you can buy instant grits. Quick grits has the husk and the germ taken out. Instant grits means they've already been cooked, dehydrated, and all you have to do is add water back to it. So there's many ways to find grits, and the instant grits comes in a multitude of flavors. You can get almost any type of flavor grits you want in an instant grit. Now when I was cooking my grits, I took and put the grits in water and let them soak for about 30 minutes or so. You can use milk if you want, but we always use water. This kind of softens them up some because these are a whole kernel grit. They are the whole kernel ground up. It still has the germ, it still has the husk in it. And so I sat them on the stove, and I used the Hickory King, sat them on the stove after about 30 minutes and started heating them and getting them up to a boil. And you always want to kind of keep stirring because you do not want them to stick on the bottom. I put them at about a medium to, about 3 to 4 something like that, and cooked them after they boiled. After they started boiling, I turn them down, and I just keep a check on them. I mean, that's all you can do. Just keep checking them, watching them, stirring them like you would anything. You want the grits to absorb the moisture, and you also want to see steam coming out. So that's the whole purpose, and you want to cook them until all the water has been absorbed into the grits or the steam has come out. And when they get done, I added salt, pepper, butter, and then I got to enjoy my grits and my fried egg. Danny fried me an egg. Yeah, he does that every morning. He always does breakfast. And if you have leftover grits, hey, you can let them sit or put them in the fridge. They will congeal. And when they do, you can slice them, and you can take and put butter in a skillet, and you can lightly fry them, and you would have fried grits. It's amazing. I take and usually, if I have any left over, I add a touch of water to them, stick them in the oven, give them a little while, stirring them. They go right back to what I wanted as far as grits. So guys, I know this is a little bit different video today, but I wanted to show you how we make grits here at Deep South, and check out the video on how we ground our cornmeal and corn flour, and we're going to get the other screen shortly, and when we do, we will be making a lot more grits, but it's so much to have to sift through, using the big screen to sift out the big particles to have the grits, and then sift it on down to the flour. It was a process all day long of sifting a lot. And so we had different screens, and we kept sifting till we got what we wanted for grits, and we got what we wanted for flour. So thank you guys for joining me today while I told you a little bit about grits and showed you how I cooked grits. Thank you guys from Deep South Homestead.